Hi there, Facebook friends. This is Pastor Bill Knott from Grace Alone Ministries in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Dean of the Broward Bahamas Conference and the Florida Bahamas Synod of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. We might look a little tropical today, and that's all for good reason. We're talking about Vacation Bible School in our community, and it's been an exciting experience so far. We started Monday. We'll end up on Friday, and our theme, which has been very popular across the country this summer, is Shipwrecked. So one of the things I want to tell you about is how this Bible school came to be. In our own congregation, there hasn't been a Bible school for many years. And in our neighboring Presbyterian church, Sunset Presbyterian Church on Davie Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale, it's been a couple of years since they ran a Sunday school or vacation Bible school, but they determined that they would. And so we said to them, well, how about if we do it together? The doors were open, their hearts were open, and the work was done together. We're halfway through and we're having a wonderful week, but it's been a lot of hard work and preparation. The exciting thing about it is that we've done it together. We talk about the Lutheran Church and we talk about being church, but when we talk about being church together, we need to really be certain that we're clear the church has many expressions, and the expression that we experience in this community is an ecumenical ministry that touches the lives of many people, some people we may not ever know. Our experience with Shipwrecked is unique, and after today, the next few Wednesdays, we're going to experience the story that we told our kids this week during our Vacation Bible School, the idea of shipwrecked, and the bottom line of Shipwrecked, and the theme that we want to make sure everybody hears and gets is that Jesus rescues me. In the 5 days together, we learned 5 stories from the Bible about how people sometimes can be lonely or worried, or how life can be filled with struggles, or we sometimes do something wrong, and sometimes we're just powerless, it seems, to overcome the obstacles that life throws our way. Each of the 5 days of our Bible school this summer have helped our children to understand that in every circumstance in life, Jesus will rescue them. That doesn't mean that the situation goes away. It just means that no matter what may come, the Lord is with me. One of the verses that we studied this week is one that helps us remember this idea. The Lord will hold me close. And when Jesus rescues us and we experience that feeling of being held close, then what we're worried about sometimes isn't so important. When we struggle with the kids, a new school, a new place, when we struggle with relationships, with issues in life, when we struggle, it's not true that God helps us occasionally. It's not true that God helps us once now and then. But again, the Psalm verse that we learned reminds us that the Lord comes to the rescue each time, every time. That doesn't mean struggles go away, but it does mean that we are not alone. And it does mean that we are equipped to face those struggles. I don't know how it is for you. I'm kind of like St. Paul. All of the good things that I'd like to do, I don't do. And a lot of the things that I wish I didn't do, I do anyway. It's my nature, my human nature, by which I am saved through grace. And so I live that experience every day, and we shared that expression with the kids as well. Because you do something wrong, because you do something bad, because you're suddenly on the wrong side of the fence, doesn't mean that God doesn't love you anymore. It doesn't mean that God doesn't care for you anymore. It does mean that God will invite you to come home, that God will invite you to experience that care that holds you close to him, that God will take away the worry, the anxiety, and help you to understand that in all of life's circumstances, good, bad, you are loved, you are cared for, and you will be held close. When you do wrong, Jesus rescues. And then perhaps the most overwhelming, at least it seems like that to me sometimes, the most overwhelming circumstances in life, when you feel powerless to change the things around you, the world around you, the circumstances around you, the circumstances of your own life or the life of others. When you feel powerless, Jesus rescues and reminds you that you don't stand on your own power. You stand by faith through grace on the power of God, who sent his Son into the world, live, die, and be raised up for us. That experience and the power of that experience belong to each of us. So that's what we're learning in Bible school this week. And this has been just the second of our netcasts, but I hope that you found it worthwhile and valuable. Beginning next Wednesday at 1:30, we'll look at each of these weekday Bible school lessons a little closer and see what we can learn from them and how to apply them to our own life of faith. Again, this is Bill Knott, Ministries in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the Broward Bahamas Conference of the Florida Bahamas Synod, Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. God bless and keep you